Bella even lets Tarra pet her tummy with her foot. They harbor no fears, no secrets, no prejudices. Just two living creatures who somehow manage to look past their immense differences. Take a good look, America. Take a good look, world. If they can do it, what's our excuse?
People at the sanctuary say that over the years, Bella has become very protective of Tarra. Protective of what? No one's really quite sure.
That was pretty amazing, Steve.
I'd like to just say thank you to everyone for coming out today. My name is Christina. I'm the education manager here at the sanctuary. And from the bottom of our hearts, we're just so grateful and thankful that you all came out here today to celebrate Bella and her life. It means a whole lot to us that you all ventured out here. We have some people from New York that I've talked with. We have people who have driven many, many miles to be here. And for that, we thank each and every one of you. I'd like to introduce Rob Atkinson. He is our CEO, and he's going to get everything started. And again, thank you so much for being here, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And just before I start, I just want to say, isn't this fantastic? What a wonderful day. We have many friends here. We have local people. We have visitors who come from hundreds of miles away. We have our Friends Council. Roseanne is over there. All the members of the Friends Council are here. We have our wonderful board who are sitting at the back and made it all possible. We have our founder member, Lois, at the back. Any caregivers here? We have Laurie over there and Angela. And I've just got something that somebody passed me this day, and I just wanted to read it to you. I'd never seen it before a couple of hours ago, and it seems so appropriate. I looked around at all the animals suffering in the world. I saw the abuse, the neglect, the pain. I looked up to heaven and said, why? Why didn't you do something to help the animals? The reply came back, I did do something. I created you. And that applies to each and every one of you, all of the friends of the sanctuary, this great big extended family. And I wanted to particularly single out two groups of people who care for all creatures, great and small. And that is firstly the High Forest Humane Association, the Nashville. All of their colleagues who work with her, and also our caregivers. Some of them are here. I'm hoping a few more will turn up. They're still out there looking after elephants. They're the ones who really make all this happen. And they care, those two groups of people, High Forest Humane and our caregivers, they care for elephants and dogs. And we're here to remember a wonderful friendship between an elephant and a dog, Tarra and Bella. It's a bittersweet story, as you know, because Bella's no longer with us. But it's also a story that's full of hope, because Bella's legacy lives on. In fact, if you listen, you can hear her barking at me. Her legacy lives on, and we'll come on to on in what ways after our presentation. The Bella Fund, Jill Moore will tell you about that in a little while. But before we look to the future, we just want to spare some time to look to the past. And we have someone here, Laurie, who was privileged to know Bella, and she works with Tarra still. She's the ideal person to talk us through this wonderful story. So I'm gonna hand over to her. This is Laurie from me. She's the lead caregiver at Asia.
Okay, I think it's on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hi. I also want to thank you so much for coming to honor Bella's life and the friendship that she shared with Tarra. Everybody who has heard about it is deeply touched. I would like to start by showing a little video called Match Made in ele-heaven. To me, it really captures Tarra and Bella's everyday experience. So that was just several, we're done. Clips of their days together. But I mean, really, I'm not exaggerating when I say that was their every day. They had a great friendship and life together. First, I'll give you a look at the sanctuary from an aerial view. It's 2,700 acres of open habitat for the girls to roam. It is split into, well, I'll have a map a little bit later, right there. It's split into 3 habitats, one for the Asians, one for the Africans, and one for the girls who have been exposed to tuberculosis, and they're in the quarantine facility. We keep the Africans and Asians separate because they're a completely different species from one another, and they have different behaviors, different tendencies, they speak different languages. So it's actually a lot more stressful for them to live together than it is to be separate. This is just a little bit about the sanctuary's history. We were established in 1995, and they just bought a small parcel of land, and then more has been donated, and then they purchased a large chunk from the paper company that used to be here, which is actually part of Bella's story. It's part of she was guarding a bulldozer on the paper company land when it was still owned by them, and paper company cleared out, and Bella and bulldozer remained. Eventually, Bella became part of our family. We have rescued 24 elephants since opening in 1995. Currently, we have 14 living with us. The rest have passed from natural causes. A lot of the girls come to us, and one boy, we've had Ned, he came on a hospice type situation, and he didn't last long, but he passed peacefully, a new sanctuary for the last few months of his life. The rest of them have passed from various things, some from tuberculosis, some from foot disease. Their life standing on concrete in circuses and zoos really wears on them, and a lot of them just lie down because it hurts so bad and never get up. Here with the natural habitat, a lot of that is resolved on its own, and we also do footwork to rehab their feet as much as we can. In the bottom it says, our residents are not required to perform or entertain for the public. Instead, they are encouraged to live like elephants. All of these girls are wild caught, so at one time they did know natural habitat with their families. Some for much shorter than others. Shirley was not captured until she was 5. So she really remembers what it was like to be out there and unfortunately the trauma of being captured. So to see her as the grandma that she is today, she's 64 years old, she's the oldest elephant in North America. She's real spunky, but she's also real sweet. But if you push her buttons, she'll let you know. So, and I love that about her. I absolutely love it. These are the girls that are currently with us. 2 Africans at the bottom. And the Asians, the ones that live at Asia are these 6, Tarra, Shirley, Sissy, Winky, Delori, Misty. And at Q, there's Minnie, Ronnie, Billy, Frida, Liz, Debbie. And over at Africa, Tangi, and Flora. Believe it or not, Bella's in this picture. She's right there. This is in an area called Right Field. Tarra and Shirley are currently there right now. I was just visiting them, filling up their water trough. They are happy and well, full of ear flaps. I gave them a hunk of frozen bananas all melded together. They're both really excited about it. So they're probably still working on those.
Smoothie thing, or what was it?
It's just frozen bananas like congealed together. I don't think they had ever seen those before. They're both like, what? And then they stepped on it, and then a little piece fell off, and they're like, oh, okay, this is awesome. This is the area where, or not this area. This is part of the paper company land that was purchased and Bella was found on. I told you a little bit about that. And then eventually she did end up at the barn sleeping next to Tarra. And the caregivers were like, what? Tarra has always had a fascination with dogs. She's always been drawn to them, reached out towards them. You heard in the video a little bit earlier ago, she has her signature noise, and she'll make that whenever there's dogs that she can see and is interested in. But nobody's taken a shining to her like Bella has. It was just, it's inexplainable. This is the shot of the new Asia barn. There's Tarra and Bella right in front of her. This is where they lived for the past 6 years. And they are on an area right now called Lake Road. Tarra is our biggest wanderer of all the elephants. She will explore and explore and explore. She'll cover the whole entire habitat in one day. And just saying hello to everybody, seeing what she can see. Not so much of a barn elephant. We have some elephants who like to stay near the barn all the time, and it's kind of like a security blanket. They've known it. They've known a barn way longer than they've known natural habitat. And so for some of them, it takes a while to get used to not seeing the barn for months. Tarra, it's not like that. She's professional at sanctuary life by now. But as Bella did get older, Tarra would come back more frequently in the rougher weather, the colder weather. She knew that her friend was needing some shelter, needing some extra warmth more often. So we did see Tarra at the barn a lot more often in Bella's later years. This is pretty early on. This is at the old habitat. This is pretty new in Tarra and Bella's relationship. You can see they're not super thrilled about this little one here. They eventually got used to her, some more than others, but yeah, at first they were like, get away, get away. And eventually they just realized, okay, she's part of the crew now.
Oh, they didn't like Tarra, or?
They weren't used to a dog being part of their herd.
Oh, Bella.
Yeah. Oh, no, not Tarra. This Tarra being silly up in the corner, because she was an ex-circus elephant, she knows those behaviors, and so now when she is getting crazy and happy, she will kind of go back into those old habits, and there she's displaying that half headstand with her foot kicked out. I like to think of it as them just like dancing and getting down. And then you can see in the bottom corner, Bella's drinking out of her dish. It's part of our everyday while Bella's around. Like, make sure you have Bella's water. You know, she's just as important to care for as all the elephants were. These are some good shots of just Bella doing her thing. This bottom one here in the corner, I love that shot. To me, that really captures Bella's personality. If she didn't know you very well, she would bite you. If she knew you only a little bit, she'd wag her tail and bait you over, and as soon as you're about to touch her head, she would she would snarl and snap and try to get you. She was great. The first time that I ever got to the next step with her, she came back with Tarra. She was soaking wet. It had been raining. It was cold. So I told him, like, Bella, I'm going to go get you a towel. I don't know how this is going to go. So I got a towel, and I told her before I dried her off, Bella, I'm going to put this on you and rub a little bit. Is it going to be okay? She watched me, and then she let me do it. It was fine. And from that day on, I could pet her whenever I pleased, and she was okay with it. She's like, okay, you have served me. I will not pet you. I would bite you. These are a few shots from when Bella had her spinal injury. They just talked about that a little bit in the CBS piece that you saw. They went out to feed Tarra one day, and Bella was not right by her side, which is really completely abnormal. Immediately, people were worried, and Tarra came over and ate, but then when they came back hours later to look for her again, Tarra was in the same spot and really quiet. And they didn't find Bella right away, but she was down a little ravine and had somehow, the vets think that she just jumped funny, maybe chasing something, twisted her spine, and she couldn't move the lower half of her body, or the back half of her body. So they picked her up and brought her back. Tarra was completely calm, didn't, freak out when she saw her Bella being taken away. She was all right. And then Bella was put on rest, and Tarra didn't wait the whole time, but she did come and go and come and visit, and every time they would visit, there was I'm really excited. And then for a time period, they let Bella have daylight hours with Tarra, but then brought her in to rest at night, and eventually she made a full recovery, and never were they split up until the end. These are some good fall shots of them. Again, it just kind of captures what their days were like spent together. This is in the North Yard. I'm telling you what these places are called so that when you view the ele-cam and we say Tarra North Yard, Minky North Yard, you can kind of picture more what those places are. This Tarra kind of petting Bella with her foot, and Bella being so pleased with it. She's got her winter coat on there. She's a little chunky, but and then this is her just getting out of the lake. Tarra and Bella would go swimming in the lake together. You can see her coat's all slicked down, but I mean, they did everything together. Tarra would also, she would not only pet her with her foot, she would also kind of hover with her trunk around her, and she still does that today, to this day with other dogs. Bella's the only one who's just like, all right, yeah, you can pet me.
The other dogs freak out, are like,
It's mixed reviews. Some of them head for the hills, others are more okay with it. This is kind of like how she'll angle her trunk a lot when she, like, it's kind of an unsure posture for her trunk. It's not just flat on like, hello. It's kind of like a little cautious because she knows she's got to be super gentle with her little pet. This is Tarra and Bella eating dinner. We put 2 potatoes in Tara's diet every day, or one big one cut in half, because the one was for Bella, and she would come and she would eat her dog food and then immediately go and look for her potato and Tara's diet. And sometimes if Tarra didn't eat the other one quick enough, Bella would try to go help herself to that second one. If Tarra was feeling generous, she would give it to her. If not, it was so funny. She would find a stick nearby and she would twirl it over Bella's head. And Bella would be like, oh, all right.
so she ate potatoes.
Yep. Tarra would be so gracious enough to let Bella seek shade under her big belly. That's a pretty common sight that we would see, is them just chilling, Bella cooling off. Tarra is funny in this picture. She's just like, to me in this picture, she's looking at the person taking the picture like, see my dog, isn't she cool? She would do that a lot in the barn. She would just be standing there and then she would point towards Bella. Look at her, she's still there. This is Miss Bella being ever protective of her Tarra, standing down a dog much bigger than she was, but that didn't make a difference. Bella would stand down elephants to protect Tarra. And the elephants would back off. I mean, they knew this is part of the family. She's a little cranky, so we better leave her alone. This is how I will always remember them. They're just excited, full bore, running, enjoying life. It was definitely a sight to see giant Tarra and little Bella running full force at you. This is a still shot, but you can just feel the energy in the air. They're both listening at something. I don't know what it was, but Bella's looking off. Tara's ears are fully attentive. They're hearing something important. This Bella, ever watchful, watching Tara sleep, making sure nobody comes and bothers her.
Elephants don't sleep too often. They don't sleep like 2 hours a day or something.
They sleep a bit more than that. They'll nap throughout the day. It depends on the elephant. And
Because
then,
they're so big, they can't, lay
yeah, they will. That's true because the mass is so big that if they do stay down on one side too long, the muscles will start to necrose. So you'll see them get up, change sides. I do it too when I sleep. This is Bella, so serene in the barn. She's actually on a special orthopedic bed that was purchased for her by one of our donors, maybe one of you. And she loved it. The second she saw it, she loved it. We would put that down for her every day in the winter when we knew Tarra and Bella would be at the barn. We pressure wash the barn every single day, and so we would wait for it to dry. And if Bella and Tarra showed up before we had put Bella's bed down, Tarra, a very enthusiastic eater, would save some of her hay so that Bella could sleep on it until we put her bed down, which is like amazing, especially if you know Tara's appetite. Another thing that she would do in the barn for Bella, we have a video of it, I don't have it queued up right now, but it's on our YouTube page, is we have these popcorn tumblers that we've made for the elephants. They have holes drilled in them, and we just fill them with popcorn, and they spin it, and then the popcorn tumbles out. Well, Tarra would do that, and then continue to eat her hay while Bella ate the popcorn, and as soon as Bella was finished, Tarra would give it another spin. But you should look it up, it's super cute. It's another good fall shot. This is right field as well, where again Shirley and Tarra are right now. This is in the winter. I'm gonna play a video of them in the snow in just a minute. This is after an ice storm. Bella's checking it out, and I love this middle shot of her. She looks like a supermodel. Okay. Some of them do. Some of them are pretty interested in it. Some of them get cold really easily, so they'll go explore in it. For instance, Delory and Winky don't have a good cold tolerance, so they'll go throw it around for a little while and then want to come inside. This is a shot taken in left field. This is, I don't know if some of you have seen it, there's a video that's called Spring Fever. I don't think I have it queued up. No, I don't. But again, look it up. It's on our YouTube page. It's really great. So Shirley and Tarra having a good time. Bella will kind of scoot out of the way sometimes when Tarra gets really crazy. During that particular Spring Fever moment, Bella came over to me. I was on the four-wheeler. Scott was the one shooting the video. And I kind of got out of the way. I was fairly new at the time. Not so new that Bella and I hadn't bonded yet, but Tarra and I had never had any close contact at that time. When Bella came over to the four-wheeler and I was petting her, Tarra took that as the opportunity and the green light to be like, oh, it's okay to go see her? I'm coming! So I was like, oh, Bella, I gotta go! That was really funny. A little scary, but really fun. This is a beautiful place in habitat called Trout Run Pasture. You can see how thick the trees are. Believe it or not, it's really easy to lose a 10,000-pound animal. Sometimes I go out and I'll drive right by the girls, and they won't let me know until I've passed it several more times, and then they're like, hello? Bella really loved this game. Her and Tarra would just tuck into the trees and watch me pass, and about the third time, Bella couldn't stand anymore. She would leap out, roof! And then it was just like they were just laughing at me the whole time. It's so great.
With 2,700 acres, do you ever lose them?
Sometimes, like not totally, but sometimes, yeah, I'll be out there for 2.5 hours looking for Shirley and Tarra.
So you guys don't have any kind of like
Honing system on them? No.
okay.
Nope. You get really good at tracking them. You know, you use the mud and being out there so much. If there's a broken branch, I usually notice. And Tarra and a lot of the girls will snap a branch to get a fly off their back and then just put it in the path. So you can tell how old it is, how long it's been there. You know if you're on. And poop is a really good indicator. And you can tell freshness. If I get really desperate, I'll stick my finger in it and see if it's still warm. But I've usually been out there for about 2 hours looking before I'm gonna do that. This is another shot where it's a still shot, but I feel like you can just feel the energy. Tara's ears look funny because she's just flapping them away. They do that when they're excited, flap, flap, flap. Shirley looks like she's bellowing. They have a rumble, which is more of a quiet type thing. I can't mimic any of them, and I always sound silly when I try, but it's just a quiet rumble, and then they have a roar, and it's like a dinosaur roar. The first time I ever heard that was the story I was talking about with the spring fever, and I was approaching them. I had actually just started driving in the habitat, and I had Scott behind me training me, and so we were approaching, and we were on a four-wheeler, and Scott goes, "I just heard Tarra rumble. Did you hear that?" I'm like, "I'm on a four-wheeler." No, I didn't hear that, because it's quiet. It's a very quiet noise. But then he heard it again, and I was like, "Oh, I heard that." It was like a T-Rex was coming, and he goes, "Well, let me drive." So I screw that. And we fly off, and then that's what we came to, was Shirley and Tarra just doing headstands, running all over the place, and being crazy. That's what I think of it. This particular picture is not from that moment, but that's the energy I feel out of it. They're having a great time. This is taken just last fall. This is one of the later shots that we have of Bella. Another caregiver and I were just out for a photo shoot, and we found them looking perfect. This Bella looking very satisfied with her life. I love this picture for that reason. And this is, again, one of my all-time favorite shots of them. It feels like a super intense joy coming out of this, just running at you. I think that's my last one. So does anybody have any questions for me? Yeah.
Did you ever figure out how old Bella was exactly, or no?
No, I mean, she was an adult when she was found, so not really. She is buried out in the habitat where we believe she died. We were looking there for a few days, and Tarra was there. So we buried her where we believe that Tarra found her. And Tarra does still go and visit her grave.
Would you retell the story about Tarra being sick in the veterinarian and getting back to treatment and Bella looking over her at the fence?
Oh, or the other way around? When Bella was sick and Tarra was looking over?
When Bella was sick.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, so Bella got a spinal injury, like I said, and there's that. We had a little infirmary set up for her. There are a few shots of it. There it is. So Tarra would come and go and visit, and whenever Bella was well enough, they would bring her down and they would, visit together, and then tell Tarra, okay, she needs to go up and rest, and she seemed to understand that her friend needs to rest and recoup right now. So we'd take her back up to her bed, and Tarra would wander away and be with her elephant sisters, and then come back and want to see Bella again. And that went on for a few months until Bella was fully rehabbed.
Did I hear you say that Tarra was guarding a bulldozer?
Bella was?
Oh, Bella.
Yeah, I may have said Tarra. I meant Bella.
Okay.
How long will this breeding process go on, and for the elephant for Tarra, and then will she have a best buddy or parent with another elephant?
She's always kind of been bonded with Shirley, and ever since Bella passed, they've been spending even more time together. Right now, I think they've been together every day for at least 3 weeks, these past 3 weeks. And then Tarra will wander away. Shirley doesn't get around as much as Tarra, so she'll wander away and then come back and find Shirley. The grieving process, I believe she's still grieving, just like you and I. If we lose a loved one, it gets easier to deal with as time goes on, but then we still have our days where it's like, I'm super down. And I still see her like that once in a while. Most days now, she's her happy, energetic, ear-flappy, noise-making self. But just recently, there was a day it was like, oh man, you have really sad energy, and you're really, just calm and solemn. And so at those times, I'm just quiet around her, ask her if she's okay, and she'll just be really quiet. But like I said, recently, it's been much more the old Tarra, which is so great to see.
Just to follow, if we humans have little mementos that we keep, maybe it might be a ribbon or, when I had a dog who died of cholera. Will that do them any good for an elephant in the grieving process, or that they don't do that?
I think she did do that in a way, especially early on. She visited her grave, stayed at her grave for a while, and it was a daily thing that she would go and visit that area. So in that way, I think she has that, and she definitely knows where it is whenever she needs to go, feels the desire to go visit.
It seems like at the sanctuary, the elephants kind of like pair off or threes.
Mhm.
So like it's Wiki and it's Hillary.
Yeah.
But out in the not sanctuary land, when they're in
Wow.
the real wild, they're in much larger herds
Right.
together.
Mhm.
So is that typical because of where they come from, like in terms of the zoos and circuses, that they don't socialize as well, or?
Yeah, in the past, we've had a little bit larger groups of elephants that have gotten together. Because of their past, they all have deep-seated issues, and so it's hard for them to find several others that they feel comfortable enough around and trust enough to spend every day and feel safe enough to sleep nearby. So right now we do have the pairs. We have 3 over in quarantine facilities that are together. Kind of have 2 threes, but it's more of a 3 and a pair than kind of a single mini. But her partner passed away last year, Lottie. She was paired up. But yeah, that's my explanation for it.
Sorry, I'm just going to step in. We've got to move things along a bit, and Laurie will be here afterwards if we've got some more questions, and all of our other caregivers are here as well. I'm prompted to thank a very special group of people. Some people just walked in through the talk who are doing voluntary work for us out in the habitat. Can you just put your hands up for people who are doing voluntary work? They've all been helping us. They're just some of the people who give their time to the sanctuary freely. We have a wonderful Friends Council. I mentioned earlier on, but I'm going to get them to put their hands up too. Roseanne and all the members of the Friends Council. They do so much work. We have a wonderful lady here, Lois Knight, who's sitting at the back, founder member of the sanctuary. There she is at the back, putting her hand up. I'm not sure how many of us would be here if it weren't for her. We have some wonderful board members. Unfortunately, they're not all here, but some of them are. One is Sharon Langford, who's standing over there, who's the author of that. If you don't have a copy, I encourage you to buy a copy, autograph copy. All the proceeds are going to the High Forest Humane Bella Fund, and a portion of which will go to the High Forest Humane Association. And lastly, I wanted to mention Janice Cycling, who's sitting at the back. quietly, unassuming as usual, she is the chair of our council. She is the chair of our board. She has steered this ship through calm water and through some very stormy water, and she often goes and thanks. I want everyone to thank her. And we're now going to talk about Bella's legacy. If there's any more questions for Laurie or any of the other caregivers about Tara or Bella, then just please look them out afterwards. We just need to talk about the legacy, Bella's legacy now. I mean, she's fair game after that.
Thank you all for coming. I'm Jill Moore. I do the fundraising and communications for the sanctuary. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Bella Fund. The Bella Fund was actually the brainchild of the caregivers. Within the days after Bella passed away, they came to me and Rob and said that they would like to establish a permanent memorial fund in Bella's name here at the sanctuary. And at that point, within about a week, we had already started receiving donations in honor of Bella through the website. And so we established this fund. It's going to be a permanent fund in her name. Donations that come in her memory or specifically naming the fund will forever support both elephants as well as strays that find their way home in the streets of Hohenwald looking for a home. And in order for us to accomplish that, a percentage of the proceeds from the Bella Fund every year are going to go to the local humane organization that helps find homes and care for the strays in our community, and that's High Forest Humane, who's been here all day. Thank you for coming and for potentially providing a home and for spreading the word about the dogs and cats that are in the community that are in need of a home. And as our first initial contribution out of the Bella Fund, Rob and Janice, our CEO and chair, would like to present to Lynette with High Forest Humane the initial contribution. If you all would come up here. A $12,000 contribution toward all the hard work that they do as volunteers in this community to run the Humane Society to find homes for dozens and dozens of dogs and cats that are in need of rescue and a forever home, just as our elephants have found their way to us and have a forever home at the sanctuary. And we're really proud to work with them. They're a wonderful, dedicated group of people.
Graham wants to get us. If you turn around a little bit, we're going to turn our backs to you for 1 second. In my case, that's a good thing. That's great.
Our intention is to get a district to use the funds that continue to come into the Bella Fund every year as an annual contribution to sponsor some type of event, whether it's an adoption day, spay and neuter programs, anything that the Humane Society is in need of. We want to work together in this community. We're all animal welfare and animal lovers, and so it's part of our mission is to work hand in hand with them to make sure that all the creatures have a good home.
Hi, thank you so much for coming. You have no idea what this means to us as an organization. High Forest Humane Society consists of 4 board members and 2 foster homes. Currently, we have 60 dogs and puppies in foster care. So we've each got about 15 dogs and puppies. We are in the process of trying to build a shelter. Hope I don't get too emotional here. But this $12,000 is going to be a wing of our shelter. It's going to be named after Bella. We'll have her portrait, Tara's portrait there, and so it'll be a wing of the strays that we'll never forget her. And I was fortunate enough to be at the Elephant Sanctuary and meet her, and so it means especially a lot to me. But thank you very much for coming, and thank you so much for helping the dogs.
free to ask anyone with a sanctuary logo T-shirt on any questions, because we're all.
I'm gonna adopt a dog.
Yeah, and we've still got some dogs. Yeah.
And a book and a dog.
A book and a dog, that's